My rap name is 1Image, and I make music. I make music. I rap.
Right. Now, what is the meaning behind that name?
1Image. It's to me. It means life. It means significance. It means that no matter who you are and what you do, life it's always going to present itself one way. You know what I mean? And if I look at a painting and the whole painting is black and there's a spot of purple on it, that purple is going to be so noticeable under the black tone because it's one, because obviously of the color it is, but because everything in the picture matters. So if I were to be asked to point out significant detail in anything, that's the meaning behind 1Image. It's knowing who you are, and it's knowing the bigger picture inside of yourself and how you're gonna export that what's the word, exhort that out into the world, and just really how you put out your own energy. You know what I mean?
Becoming an artist, what led you to decide and say, I'm going to start making music?
Since I was little, I would say about 4 years old. I used to live in the Poconos, and my family, we always used to throw parties and music. Music is everywhere, and it was very early 2000s, 90s, 80s even, because my grandmother would come, and I'd just be dancing. That just the sound of music. All I did was dance, and actually dance was my go-to at first, and I never really wanted to become an artist because dance was just my movement. You know what I mean? Because that's how I knew how to move and groove to music. So then, as I got into my early teenage years, I realized that my brother was making music, and I realized like, and the way he made music, it moved me because he his words touched me. His words were real. It was very straight to the point. It was something that, like, yo, you could relate to him. You know what I mean? And not only because we're brothers, but because he put significance into his words, and because words are powerful. I'm very understanding that words are very much powerful and words can move people. So when I realized that's what my brother's music was doing to me, I was like, yo, what if I could do that? You know what I mean? So then I used to just freestyle. Me and my brother, we just used to freestyle. We used to throw on beats in the house, freestyle all day, freestyle for like hours. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it got to the point, and this is even before I even really started writing music. And when I started really getting into writing music, uh, end of eighth grade, beginning of high school, and I started going to the studio in my high school and just recording music and creating, really putting in like that energy into creating music. Because once I created this one song, and my brother was so proud of to see that I was even trying to do what he's trying to do, that it moved me to even keep pushing forward and keep doing stuff even more, to actually be like, yo, if I could move my older brother, yo, I can move anybody. You know what I mean? And touching people is what I love to do.
Now, what is the context of your music? Like, you said you dabble into trap a little bit.
Right, right.
Um, Now, would you consider yourself like a lyricist, or are you like do you are you like a jingle rapper? You like to make catchy sounding
Right.
songs,
Yeah.
or are you like strategic, or are you like a mirage of all? Like what type of context is
I
your
like I like that last one, a Murad of all. I like that. I'm gonna go with a Murad of all
because I know
because
that's common. That's why I'm like, all
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like that. I would say definitely the Murad of all. I would say even now, being where I am in music, I'm still trying to understand my sound, so it can be significant to one thing. So it's not a Murad of all. You know what I mean? But
Mm,
I definitely, as of right now, can say that it's a conjunction of a lot of music, because I like to see what touches people more. You know what I mean? So I can drop. So let's say I drop a trap album, and the next year I drop an R&B album. I'm gonna see, not only see what got the most streams, because what got the most streams, that could be anything, but what I can go around and ask people that do listen to my music, what touched you? What are you listening to more in my music? Are you listening to this sound or are you listening to that sound? So I also like to even gravitate onto what people are liking while they're listening to my music, so I know what to put out and what is touching people, so I know what to put out, also so I know what I can do to, I guess, get more advanced into touching people in that type of sound. You know what I mean?
So you're doing like A&B testing, like
Right, right.
you mentioned R&B. So do you also sing, or are you a rapper, or are you a lyricist?
I would go with a lyricist. I'm gonna go with a lyricist.
Okay. Okay, you consider yourself a lyricist. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you also sing, or are you just do you do a lot of R&B collaborations?
A lot of R&B collaborations for sure.
You do. You do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm very curious to know, who are your influences in terms of what rappers are you influenced by?
Right, right. Well, for starters, what the one who moved me was my brother. So Elijah the 13th, that's definitely, I gotta put him on top.
Okay.
Um, in terms of R&B, I love me her music is nice. Her music is nice. And with
Mm.
Caesar, he moves me, and that's just, I mean, that's just an R&B. There's, in terms of in terms of trap, I do love Meek Mill. I love Pop Smoke. I love Lil TJ. I definitely love Busta Rhymes, because I gotta go back to old school for me, because Busta Rhymes is just my dude. um,
I bet
I'm a
it's
little
so.
bit into DMX as well. I couldn't shout out my dad for DMX, because my dad loved him some DMX as well.
Okay.
Got a new bitch to ignore cause she like that.